Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Look, today was an active weather day. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy said it would be, but what always surprises us, maybe they shouldn't, right? The great pictures you guys send.
Oh, Shutterbugs, my favorite. The weather watchers. We need them because we have such a large state and we always have something going on in different portions of the state. So we love to share your pictures and videos. You know where to send them. Weather at abc4.com. We start with the dust. Check this out as the storms were coming through. So that moisture surged into central Utah. Only got a few drops with the Wasatch Front storms, but the winds were blowing. Visibility went down, kicking up some dust there along I-15. That was not the sunny sky that we saw this afternoon. As we look at our peak wind gusts, you see double digits there, gusty conditions from those outflow boundaries. All right, great time lapse coming from the backyard by our very own BMAC. What you're seeing is some Amatis clouds that actually form here. The winds gusting as the storm moves overhead. When you see those pouch-like clouds, they actually are attached to a parent thunderstorm. They're caused by, there you go, you can see them right there, sinking air, and you can see those very well defined in the storm that moved over the Wasatch Front. Thank you, Tammy, for sharing this one. Logan, that is just stunning. That kind of takes your breath away tonight. They actually saw a few storms up towards Cache Valley this afternoon, a little quieter tonight. Forewarned radar still active in a couple locations. We jump down to southern Utah where you can see near Richfield, Salina, and then Payson. We still have some activity north of Green River towards Sunnyside with some fresh lightning going along the Wasatch Front, Lehigh to Spanish Fork to Payson, all the way to Goshen. We've got some echoes of moisture. What's in Tooele County will be a little gusty. Track over I-15 towards West Jordan here in the next half hour. And then the northeastern corner of the state over the Uintas. So we still have some storms holding on. They're losing intensity as we've lost that daytime heating. Great sandy sunset. It's a stormy one from Don Can. That is ridiculously pretty. I mean, it makes for a great view, but we know this monsoon moisture can also be a bit of a headache. All those flash flood warnings yesterday, we saw some today, including near Zion National Park, a flood advisory in Iron County. You watch in the last few hours as those storms blossomed with the heat of the day, tracking to the northeast, and tonight the remnants still out there. We're not totally done though. As we head into the weekend, we have the potential of some storms with lingering moisture coming from Phoenix all the way down in Cedar City. As those storms come through, you can kind of see that rain coming out of the clouds in the distance. High temperatures made it to 93 in Salt Lake, 98 in St. George, 80s and 90s along the I-15 corridor, 91 in Vernal. As we get through the overnight, partly cloudy skies expected. Temperatures dropping into the 70s, mostly cloudy in some locations. That monsoon flow brings in a lot of cloud cover, low 70s for the overnight along the Wasatch Front, and then mid 70s by 9 a.m. Clearing conditions, but we will have some moisture holding on, particularly over the higher terrain, so we could see some of those storms. Black Desert Sky Cam just marches those cumulus clouds towards the camera. That is such a cool view, and we knew that some of those would drop some heavy rain, and that's what happened. Into tomorrow, there's certain areas that are more likely to see those storms develop. It includes the West Desert, Milford, 2 days in a row, getting some heavy rain there. Beaver County over I-15, and then east of 15, up through the Carbon Corridor, all the way to the Uintas and over Flaming Gorge. Why is that? Well, here's the setup for your weekend. That upper level low that brought the moisture in is still there, but we're going to pull it to the east a little bit when it comes to the moisture. High pressure centered over New Mexico. It's going to retrograde, but tomorrow, with our lingering moisture and our daytime heating, the pop-ups will be there. Futurecast shows us just that as we get through our Saturday. By the afternoon, here we go in Duchesne and Uinta County, and then over I-70, and then again, in the West Desert, we will see things calming down by tomorrow evening. There's a chance that we see some isolated storms along the Wasatch Front for tomorrow, and then drier air gradually starts to move in as we head into Sunday. You're going to notice that as we get through Sunday and into Monday, the winds will pick up. That southwesterly wind will return. Flash flood potential is possible at the Swell, Capitol Reef, and Bryce Canyon. Newest drought numbers were out. I just wanted to note this. Yesterday we were on the road. Severe drought did increase up to 59% and 0.4% towards Box Elder County of extreme drought. That is noteworthy. It's the first time we're seeing that this season. As we look at the upper level futurecast, you're going to actually watch those thunderstorms pull to the east for our Saturday, drying into our Sunday, but the ridge returns as our high pressure retrogrades and we see southwesterly winds increase. That's going to bring an elevated fire risk for some as we head into the work week. We may not see alerts, but just know with our dry conditions and increasing winds, fire starts will will spread, and we want to be careful with that. 90s for tomorrow, 99 in Moab, 100 in St. George, returning to the triple digits in the south. Here's a look at the next 7 days, which includes your Pioneer Day forecast. Slightly cooler on Tuesday, back up to the triple digits, the holiday at 101. Here's the Wasatch Front. Numbers kind of stay very close to seasonal norms. Average is 95. Isolated storms for your Saturday, drier Sunday. And we trek right on into the holiday with a high of 96 and partly cloudy skies.
All right. It's robust temperatures there.
Yeah, let's just all go. I feel like we all agreed with that.
Should I not have said that?
Crowd. We're a tough crowd. We're a very tough crowd.
Okay, but I was also thinking, Brian's video, your time lapse was really nice.
like that?
I was so impressed.
That right from the backyard.
Good job.
to serve.
Very
Robust
nice.
time lapse.
Indeed.